Hi everybody, welcome back. We just got done doing the square roots of negatives in that wonderful letter I. And yes, we are still listening to the same Yo-Yo Ma version of Bach's Cello Suites. For some folks, we've made comments that it's always on when I do these. I like it. It's nice, so I think it's a good background. But moving forward, let's talk about this animal, the quadratic formula. So we have this b squared minus 4ac, and that's all over 2a. As I said before, you can get the mnemonics or the songs on YouTube, or you can Google search them, and they'll give you all sorts of little tricks to remember it. My best way to teach you to remember something is through practice. You remember how to tie your shoes, not because some song you sang, but because you practiced it over and over and over again. And so true is it going to be with everything else that we do. So if we have an equation, say 2x squared plus, we'll say 4x plus 3, we know that this is a non-factorable problem. So if I'm going to have to solve it and find the roots, I need to use the quadratic formula. So the first thing to do is we need to find out what a, b, and c are. We know that a, b, and c, a is 2, b is 4, and c is 3. And I go and put this into my equation. I have 2 times a, which is 2, opposite b, which is 4, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 16, minus 4 times 2 times 3. This 16 comes from b squared, which is 4 squared. That gives me negative 4, plus or minus the square root of 16 minus 1224. I believe that's 24, all over 4. So 824, yep. So this gives me x equals negative 4 plus or minus the square root of, that's actually going to give me negative 8 over 4. Now negative 8 over here, we see that we have a negative 1 and the square root of 8. And the square root of 8, as you figure out, will be the square root of 4, or 4 times the square root of 2. So this gives me, or I'm sorry, square root of 4 times square root of 2, which is going to be 2 root 2. So the square root of negative 1 is I, so this should be 2I square root 2. So my answer here is going to be negative 4 plus 2I root 2 over 4, and negative 4 minus 2I square root 2 over 4. Now, when you get here, some of you may go, hey, they're all even. You're right, they're all even. You can actually take a 2 out of all of them, in which case your final answer for this would be x equals negative 2 plus I root 2 over 2, and x equals negative 2 minus I root 2 over 2. So there's your answers. Okay? Hope that was helpful, folks. Enjoy your time off, and with any luck, we'll all have a 2-hour delay tomorrow, and you won't have to take an ACT or sit in a classroom for 2 hours while the juniors take one. Ta-ta.